is my business. I know what it is. It's just the continuation of another episode of Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. We was talking about Tank Davis and whether or not he's retiring. You know what's gonna happen with the fight with Lamont Roach. What do you want? What do you want? Hold on, let me go. Mommy, give it to you. So we back at it, my peoples. The last live, we had some technical difficulties with the internet speed, but we back in the building, my peoples. Was it good? So Tank Davis, you know, is he actually gonna retire? Is he gonna come back? What's gonna happen with that fight, my people? Is he gonna fight Lamont Roach? That's an anticipated rematch. I had to come back to see what you guys had to say about it. Do you think that rematch is going to happen? Just tell me. Let me see if I can use a microphone. Hold on. Guys, let me know if y'all can hear me better now. Can you hear me better like that? Let me know if y'all can hear me better like that. Barely can hear you. Can you guys hear me better now if I talk closer to the mic? Salute to everyone in the building, man. Damn. Hold on. Yeah, man. So basically, so my people, look, I'm gonna end this live right away because my audio sucks right now. I got a faulty microphone. I'm gonna end this live now. We got a faulty microphone, and I'll be back later on today, my peoples. Yo, enjoy y'all rest of your day. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, even though there's no audio here. But I still came back and let y'all know we in the building. Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. I still think that fight is gonna happen. Okay, even if you can't hear me, hear this. Hear this, even if you can't hear me, my peoples. Maybe you could barely hear me. Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. Right now, that fight, I feel like it's still happening. Why? Because Tank has not announced in retirement. Lamont Roach has not announced that the fight is off. The fight has not been officially canceled. So I know that Tim Bradley's saying that he feels like Tank is not in it no more. He's thinking about retiring. I know that Rick Glacier also said that he got a source giving him information about Tank. You know what he's saying to his inner circle, that he's retiring. But right now, there's no official announcement. Right now, we can say, you know what? He's going to fight Lamont Roach. Right now. Giovanni Walker, I can hear you. Alright then, so I guess I'm going to give y'all this little steady dosage of sweet science real quick. Giovanni Walker, Tank is not retiring. It's legal situation and his frustration with the PBC and his money has got him feeling a certain way. His bag is nothing like. Croc, I can hear you good. Don't go. Malik K, I want to cook you in a debate, bro. Tank the best at 135. Malik K, you gotta understand. I am uncookable. I'm the one that does the cooking. There's a reason why I'm 100% undefeated. There won't be no cooking, Malik K. I'm the one who does the cooking. Have you not witnessed? Last warning, salute JSmiff, salute last warning. Bam. Just business. What up? What's the logic? Chicago in the building. Chi-Town. What's up, Chi-Town? Come with me real quick. We're gonna box. Come on. The logic is Tank Davis, man. Is he really retiring? Or is it all cap? Is it all cap? Is Tank Davis really retiring? Hold on, my people. Let me set this thing up over. We got a vegetable salad joining us. Dry turkey. Come on. Getting ready, my people. Giovanni Walker, Stevenson. Hold on, let me see what Giovanni Walker got to say. So let me see what Giovanni Walker talking about. Stevenson will be tanked by our boxing Tank. Tank always loses the first 4 to 6 rounds, trying to figure his opponent out. Just business. I hope not, but Roach did expose a lot about Tank. Giovanni Walker, hit the like button, my peoples. Hit that like button, man. Come on now. Look, those of you who've been in the channel long enough, y'all know I've been saying I got Lamar Roach winning the rematch. But Tank is a great fighter. I don't know what type of adjustments he's gonna make, and maybe, this rematch plays out totally different. Look what happened with Tinsu and Fedora. I thought Tinsu was gonna do his thing, and he got pummeled. So we have to see how it plays out. Boxing International NYC. Roach or Bozo. I'm happy he's not getting a rematch. He got a big mouth for a draw. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. World champion, moving up, put the beats on Tank. That's what I saw. Listen, my people. Hit that like button. Number one. Number two, you're getting this boxing for breakfast. This is a healthy dosage of sweet science right here. Right here. Early in the morning for you. We was talking about that earlier before the live went down. Is Shakur Stevenson gonna fight Teofimo Lopez? We saw that sparring video, or not a sparring video, the clip, like a 30-second clip that Teofimo shared. Vegetable salad trying hard. Just business. Wasn't no draw. They did that for Tank. Hit the like button. Oh, you know it. You know it. They looked out for Tank. That right there, I would say, was the definition of a gifted draw. We saw it right there. That's the definition. They were like, yo, let's hook a boy up. Boom. You got a draw, my G. We ain't gonna do you like that, give you an L. Cool. I was going outside. Tank will whoop Roach's ass. That's what you said the first time around, and look what happened. Look what happened. Just business. Yeah. You remember I was Team Tank? But we see reach and IQ will stop a lot of what Tank does. I can't wait, man. I honestly can't wait for the fight. Cannot wait for the fight, my people. Now, we're still kind of on edge about Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. I'm pretty sure that's a fight everybody want to see. But we're on edge with that fight. Because it's almost like every time I look at social media, there's a story about how Bill say he's going to pull out if they don't do this, and Devin saying they're going to pull out if they don't do that. And that's never a good sign, When you're months away from a fight and they're talking about a possibility of pulling out, or there's something that they can't agree with, it's always iffy. It's it's like right now I don't feel so confident. Like, okay, that fight's gonna happen, but damn, it's like any little misunderstanding is looking like it won't happen. So let's hope that they stay the course, go through with their training camps and all that stuff. Have both fighters, Devin and Brian, both have a great training camp, and we get that fight in November. We need that fight. We want that fight. Simple as that. Giovanni Walker, I think Tio will fight Stevenson eventually, but Tio is going to have to kiss a lot of turkey's ass and apologize. Malik K, the tank hate is nasty. And he got the boxing world at a standstill, waiting for what he's going to do. Waiting for what he's going to do. What are you talking about? The whole world is talking about Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. A cool story. That's that Tankomaniac logic. Croc. Shit. Croc. Same thing with Leonard and Hearns. They made it a draw, but Hearns really won. Just business. I want to see Shakur and Ryan Garcia. These days, man, we need some Sweet Pea and Sugar Ray. Look, man, there's some good fights. Honestly, I don't even think about those older fights anymore. I used to do that all the time. All the time, I used to be like, oh, for this fight, for that fight. But then I realized, like, there's a lot of shit going on now. There's a lot of really highly talented fighters now. Why am I going to think about, oh, there's no Sugar Rays? Well, guess what? There's no Sugar Rays. But right now we got an Abdullah Mason. Right now we got a Kermel Moulton. Right now we got El General Emiliano Vargas. So we got young, hungry lions coming up that are going to do big things. We got Safe Point Moses. So every era is going to have their elite talent of their own. There's really no point in, oh, but the guys from the 80s. And the guys from the 90s, or the guys from the 70s. Yeah. Every era has their own talent that's performing at the highest level. That even coming up, you see young fighters that you say, okay, this guy's gonna be a world champion. That's obvious. That's the same thing that we had in the past. The notion that boxing was better and it's no good now, that's false. Boxing is on fire right now. Just business. I want to see Shakur and Ryan. I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to see Shakur and Ryan because Ryan don't even got a title. It's like, damn, you don't want to see Shakur be great? Shakur's going to be great by beating a guy who's never won a title. I want to see Shakur be great. I want to see Shakur fight 10. That's what I want to see him fight. See, that's what gives him the break. I'm not fighting Ryan Garcia for nothing. Put his title on the line to Ryan or move up and fight a title eliminator with Ryan Garcia. That don't make no sense. Croc, Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin Haney, man, that's going to be a heck of a fight. If it happens. If it happens, that's the magic. That is the magic question. Is Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney going to take place in November like supposedly it should? Like I said, man, I haven't felt too confident in that fight just because of all the information that's been coming out about the whole steroid testing. It should already started now, but they want to start later. And I don't think that's enough to say now we're going to put this fight in the can, but I don't know, man. If Devin and Bill, they're looking for a reason to pull out. That could be it right there. Just business. Shakur don't have the skills to fight Tank. But Lamar Roach had the skills to put the beats on him. Cool story, champ. Malik, Canelo will show why it's weight classes for a reason. No, that's when you're going to find out that weight classes for a reason doesn't actually apply to this. You see, Malik K, when people never box a day in their life, they think that weight class for a reason just applies whenever they want to put it on. Weight class for a reason don't apply when the guy that's in the higher weight class is shorter, got shorter arms, is short in that division, and Crawford is walking around damn near heavier than him. Weight class for a reason don't apply. Weight class for a reason, Malik K. Let me help you out. Let me school you a little bit. That's what I'm telling you. You're talking about cooking me in a debate. How are you gonna cook me in a debate when you don't know shit about boxing? So let me school you, Malik K, so you can learn a little bit. Weight class for a reason is a phrase that was invented for the casual fans that would say stuff like, well, Floyd Mayweather never fought Mike Tyson. He was scared of Mike Tyson. That's what you say, dummy. There's weight classes for a reason. Floyd Mayweather was a welterweight, Tyson was a heavyweight. They could have never fought each other. Weight classes for a reason. Weight classes for a reason is used for two fighters who could never meet because they're too far apart. It does not apply to fighters that are close enough to where they could fight each other. Because your weight classes for a reason understanding would mean that Sugar Ray Leonard would have never been able to gun up and win a title after moving up two weight classes. Manos de Piedras Duran could not have gone up two weight classes to also win a title. So it's almost Malik K because you don't know shit about boxing. So look, you box. Bro, my God, Malik K. So now that means that you're a hater. If you box, that means that you're a hater. You bringing up weight classes for a reason when you watch the press conference with them standing face to face to each other, where Crawford is taller, where Crawford walking around at 185, and you talking about weight class for a reason? Come on, bro. Damn, bro. Why you doing that, baby? Now what you're telling me is that you're a Terrence Crawford hater. I guarantee you said Errol Spence was too big, Errol Spence was too strong, Errol Spence was gonna knock him out. And now that he put the beats on Errol, now that's it, now you're on Canelo's side. Anybody, you was probably on Madrimo's side too. You was probably like, yo, Madrimo is gonna get him because Madrimo, he pretty big. Madrimo pretty big, he gonna get him. And look what happened. Beat him too. And the whole logic, I want to say this, Malik K, the whole logic about how Gamboa hurt him at 135. So imagine what this guy's going to do. Malik K hurt EJ. What do you mean hurt EJ? Can you tell me what injury did he go into that fight with? Malik K? Unless you're going to make stuff up out of thin air, can you tell me what injury he went into that fight with? Just business. Leave it alone, Malik. He stay ready for these combos. Malik is the one who's saying that Terrence Crawford went into that fight hurt. I would like to hear from Malik, what injury did he have? That's what I'm saying. Like, Malik, you box. What? Hold on. Let me look you up. Where is it that you box, Malik? Where you box? Let me look you up on BoxRec. Let me look you up. Because you're talking crazy right now, talking about Errol Spence was hurt. Send me your info, Malik. Let me see what kind of boxer you are. Because you're talking real funny. John Parham, just business. Let him learn. Oh, you're going to learn. You're going to learn. Malik K was talking about, I want to cook you in a debate. Oh, my God. He don't understand what's going on out here, John. You don't understand. Getting ready to be a victim out here. Go ahead, Malik K. Tell me what's the injury that Errol Spence had. Yo, John Parham, the injury that Errol Spence had was the car accident. Now explain to me, is a car accident an injury? No, a car accident is what happened. What injuries from the car accident lasted 3-4 years till when he fought Terrence Crawford? I would like to know what injuries he's talking about. Figuring it out. My boy said he was hurt. I'm trying to figure it out, baby. He had broken ribs. Malik K. I'm disappointed in you, Malik K. Like, did you make up the broken ribs at the end, or did somebody lie to you? Which one was it? Which one was it, Malik K? Broken ribs. Let me tell you something, Malik K. Either you lying to try to make a good argument, making up an excuse doesn't exist, or somebody lied to you. Who lied to you, Malik K? He had broken ribs. He had broken ribs. Malik K, who told you that? Malik K, what was your source for Errol Spence fighting Crawford with broken ribs? Because this one is new right now. This, yo, my peoples, the 10 of us, the 12 of us that are in here, we just finding out something new from Malik K that only Malik K knew, because I never knew this one. Malik K, where you got that information that Arrow had cracked ribs, broken ribs for the fight? Can you help me understand that? And Croc, you also tell me Arrow wasn't the same. Okay, tell me, what do you mean that he wasn't the same? Because last I checked, when you see an undefeated fighter getting beat up, they not gonna look the same. Your ass is getting beat up. Of course you're not gonna look the same. Did Tank look the same when Lamar Roach was putting the beats on him? When Lamar Roach was putting the beats on him? No, that's why you had the excuses. He didn't look the same. Did Canelo look the same when Dimitri Bivol was putting the beats on him? No, people don't look the same when they getting their ass whooped. Like in your own mind, you just decided, oh, he not the same. How do we do that, man? How can you live with yourself? Come on. Come on. How can you live with yourself making stuff up out of thin air? Out of your own logic, just fuck it. I just make my own shit up, and that'll be a good argument for me. Just business. He on his ass. Arrow just came off car crash. Arrow just came off that car crash. Wait a minute. Arrow had a car crash, and after the car crash, he beat 2 world champions. He beat Ugas. So the car crash left so he could beat world champions, and the car crash came back so he could fight Terrence Crawford. God damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. And Malik really made up a crack ribs out of nowhere. Malik really made up an injury out of nowhere. Just made it up. Like, how are we doing this? How are we doing this? Come on, bro. My boy Stabby is in the building. What's up, Stabby? Nah, Stabby, I don't. How can you own anything, Stabby? Everybody already knows that you're a pedophile. Everybody knows that you're crippled. Everybody knows that you're from New York, hiding in Pennsylvania. How could you own anything, Stabby? Come on now. My people, say hi to Stabby. That's right there, the predator. He was a school teacher in New York that abused all of his students and ran to Pennsylvania. He's right there. Say hi to him. Stabby's in the building. Ah! John Parham, don't let him stay. Let him stay. Let Stabby stay. He created another account. Get him out of here. Where's Stabby? That's the sex predator that's talking to people. Stabby's in the building. Hold on. But my peoples, John Powell, don't delete him, don't delete him. Don't delete him, stay right there. You been up all night, Stabby. Been up all night. My boy Stabby representing. Look, my people, so I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on, right? So Stabby, he's a sex predator who's hiding in Pennsylvania, right? And the thing is that I have insider knowledge that he raped a lot of his students. Go get the money, not again. Yes, again. Be a witness, my peoples. Y'all get to be a witness of what's going on. Like, when this guy, they do a Netflix series about him, like the crippled predator, I'm going to be the one who broke the news. I'm going to be the one who told y'all about him. And y'all going to be like, yo, we was the first ones to find out. We saw this sex predator on Box Center. So my people, don't get him out. Let him stay. Let him stick around. Because he keep exposing himself. Malik K, nah, this is nasty. What can I tell you, Malik K? I got a sex predator he needs attention. So we're going to keep exposing him until his victims find him. And imagine the police taking a sex predator to jail. Imagine what they're going to do to him. But my peoples, look, we digress. We gave Noel Beato, the sex predator from New York City, hiding in Pennsylvania, we gave him the right attention. Ya al hijo de Lupa, al Tullío, ya le dimos la atención que necesitaba en este programa. Así que sigue Tullío ahí, quédate sentado, que tú no puedes ir para ningún lado porque tú estás Tullío. Un día de toda la policía va a buscarte allá a tu casa. So my peoples, once again, we had to give the sex predator stalker a little bit of attention so that he know what's going on. He know what's going on, my peoples. He know what's going on. This is beautiful. We compiling the evidence, my peoples, of what some believe is an innocent guy. Ooh. Um, so check it, ladies and gentlemen. The whole fight, venga, Lito, venga. The whole fight with Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, it might actually happen. Don't think that just because there's this whole situation with Tank Davis and the controversy and Teofimo pulled out of these fights, don't think that it's not gonna happen. Don't think, my peoples, that Teofimo versus Shakur isn't gonna happen simply because, hey, so Teofimo pulled out all these fights. No, there was a reason for all of it. I'm gonna remind you guys. When it comes to the Jerome Booth Ennis fight, why didn't it happen? It didn't happen because Booth pulled out. And y'all recall, y'all may recall that we was even saying Booth a duck. We were like, yo, Booth is ducking, Booth is ducking. And look how it played out. Look how it played out. Teofimo ended up pulling out himself out of the fight with Devin Haney. So was Boots ducking, or they just didn't want to do business with His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh? More. Go get the money. Bob Arum told Errol to stay far away from Bud, and Errol didn't listen. Should I love you. No, eso va así. Espérate bien. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. Crawford's win, Terrence Crawford win over Errol Spence is so big, so huge. Wait. ¿Sabes qué? Dame eso que como quiera, después que yo vaya para allá, yo voy para allá. Oh, más, tú zapate. Ah, no, pues llévate. Listen, what made Terrence Crawford win so big over Errol is just the fact that everybody thought Errol was gonna knock him out. Be for real, my people. Everybody was saying Errol's gonna knock him out. The whole narrative about that, he's too big, he's too strong. It was a whole narrative about that. So what now? That's the same narrative going on right now. Right now, the main topic of conversation is, well, guess what? Canelo's too big, he's too strong. Crawford is not going to be able to handle the power. He's not going to be able to handle the pressure. That's it. That's literally it. It's the exact same narrative. So when I bring it up, yo, my people go, why are we talking about the same thing that we was talking about before? Oh, well, it's different because Canelo is no Errol Spence. No shit. I never said Canelo was no Errol Spence. I never said that. At no point in time. Never said that. But what I did say is that it was the exact same narrative of this guy's too big, this guy's too strong, Crawford is not going to be able to handle the power. Every little thing that has been said about how Crawford haters feel this fight is going to play out was said the same way when he was going to fight Errol. Tell me I'm lying, my people. Yeah, tell me I'm lying. All of it. It's nothing new. We've already seen the whole narrative play out. Only thing is, nobody learned from it. People did not learn from it. They're going to have to again. They will have to again, my people. And you know what? It's hard to say to people, I told you so, because they disappeared. How was I going to say to Errol Spence fans, I told you bro was going to whoop him, and they disappeared for like 3 weeks from social media. It was impossible. It was absolutely impossible to do it. John Parham, who country you think has the realest boxing fans? I mean, Malik K, I'm here. Team EJ, you're here now. But when EJ got his ass whooped, you was nowhere to be found. I would say, John Parham, you could put Mexico up there, and you could put UK up there. Matter of fact, if I would say the realest boxing, I would say it's between Mexico and the UK. I'm gonna give it to them. The sound was just perfect, but it went away. Oh, and I tilt this thing. That's why I know. Must have been when I tilt shit. How about right there? Can you hear me right there? But they're bad business. This dude said, but they're bad business. What the hell's going on over here, man? See, that's the thing. When you just talking bullshit, you need to try to rally the troops and get other people to agree with you. So look at the fight with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Because what are we talking about? Bud did bad business. Like, what are we talking about? Bud did bad business. Like, how far do we go into just making up stuff out of thin air? Come on. Come on. K-Man 44. Crawford owes Spence a rematch. They agreed to a second fight at the beginning. Come on, K-Man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, K-Man? Like, do you follow, do you understand that there's actual rules to rematch clause? Do you understand how that works? Let me help you out so that you can understand. When there's a rematch clause, that rematch clause has stipulations to it. That rematch clause stipulated that the winner gets to pick the division that they're going to fight in. They could have rematched at 147. They could have rematched at 154. Now Terrence Crawford, the winner, the actual winner, that hurt your feelings because he put that beat on Errol, he opted to want to fight again at 147 to defend his undisputed crown. Errol Spence says he couldn't make weight. Let's fight at 154. Crawford says, no, I want the rematch. I won the first fight. I decide where we fight. Well, you're talking about, well, Errol Spence would have fought him at 154. It's been 2 years, man, and Errol Spence still hasn't even stepped in the ring once. He was offered the opportunity to fight for Dora. He turned it down. Y'all sound goofy as hell talking about Errol Spence was going to rematch. Don't y'all see that Errol Spence hasn't even been back to boxing in 2 years, and y'all talking about a rematch? That man got pummeled out into retirement. Y'all sound goofy as hell talking about a rematch. Man got pummeled into retirement. Hasn't been back in the ring. Nah, yo, Crawford bad business, Crawford bad business. Meanwhile, Arrow ain't never been back. Crawford won another title at 154. Now he's shooting for greatness at 168. Arrow still hasn't fought. But Crawford did bad business. The level of corniness to hate on Crawford is crazy. Malik, Bud agreed to fight at 154. Then said, I want to fight at 147. Then went up to 154. He a sucker. Malik, hey, you making shit up out of thin air. That never happened. He never agreed to fight at 154. I don't know why you're saying that. Well, you're making stuff up. Hold on, Malik K. Hold on, Malik K. I'm sorry, but the line is different, you know. The line remove, bam. Okay, Malik K. You want to be making up lies? You could be making lies and we'll go back and forth. But lies are lies. Come on now. You don't have to lie. There's a rematch clause. You cannot say, well, you know, he said this and then he said that and then he said this and then he said that, because you're making that stuff up out of thin air. There is a contract to the original first fight, and that contract is what they were following. All that stuff that you're talking about is fake news. You made it up out of thin air. Right out of thin air. Right out of thin air. And my peoples, to all 15 of you, I appreciate you jumping in. Y'all know what it is. Everybody showing love. Everybody enjoying boxing for breakfast. You know the sick pedophile, Noel Beato. He be watching, he be in front of the camera with 0 people, y'all. 0 people talking for a whole hour by himself. You gotta be a sick pedophile to be able to pull that off. Looking at a screen and talking by yourself for an hour. Noel Beato, my people, is a sick pedophile. He'll go on live and talk with 0 people to the camera by himself. Come on now. Malik K, go to the post interview. Bud said it. No, he did not say it. There was a contract. There was a contract, Malik K. The contract had a stipulation. The contract stipulation was that the winner decides where they fight. And in case you don't understand, if I just want undisputed in this division, why would I rematch you in a different division for the title? You don't make no sense, Malik K. That's how you think? Think about it, Malik K. That's how you expect that you're going to cook me in a debate, by making stuff up out of thin air. You're not going to cook me in a debate like that, bro. You got to understand that in boxing, there's contracts. There's no such thing as, well, I changed my mind and I was going to do this, then I changed my mind and I was going to do that. That's not how boxing works, Malik K. The way that it works is that we agree on something and then the winner decides. But I'm going to ask you one simple question that I want you to consider, Malik K. Tell me just one time where a boxer beat a fighter for his title and rematched him in a different division. Just one time. Just once, my people. I know that Stabby's mad because he see 20 people on this live. Stabby, get out of here quick, because if it goes to 50, you're going to have a heart attack. I know you laying in bed over there crippled and shit, waiting for the nurse to wipe your ass. If this thing goes to 50 people, you're going to go crazy when you got 0 people watching you. Union, Ball already knew Errol could make 47 for the rematch. So that was a strategy on his part. As the rematch goes, Union, can you tell me exactly how do you know that Bud knew he couldn't make the rematch? Tell me how you knew that. Because I'm in boxing. I know people that's actually been around Bud. And I don't know that. I want to know how you knew that. Another person making stuff up out of thin air to feed the narrative and feed the argument. Come on now. Errol Spence has not been back to boxing, bro. Oh, wow. Because Errol Spence said it. That shit is like saying McDonald's got the best fries because McDonald's said that they got the best fries. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? But again, I ask the Terrence Crawford haters and the people whose feelings is hurt, I ask you, and you tell me, look at the fight. Have you ever seen a world champion beat somebody and rematch them in another division? Go ahead, Uniel. Tell me when you... Tell me, Uniel, and everybody else who's running with that logic, when have you seen a world champion beat you for your title and do an immediate rematch in the next weight class? Y'all niggas is crazy, bro. Y'all crazy. Malik K, you telling me that I'm biased, but you won't tell me when you seen a champion move up to defending in the next division. Like y'all be making us, y'all watching too many movies. Y'all watching too many movies, too many TV shows. Way too many. Like, what? I beat you for your title and I need to defend in the next division? When have we seen this? Where did you people make this stuff up? What movies y'all watching on TV, bro? What are we doing? Christopher Levine, what's up with the sound? My microphone is acting up, brother. I've been trying to tinker with it and it fixes itself and it's back down. You don't have to change that mic. You don't change it. Tank distracted, mentally not okay. That's the thing, man. When you say stuff like that, you're getting into psychic territory. How do you know how Tank is doing? There's really no way to know. So it's kind of like just, oh, he's not doing good mentally, but how do we really know how he's doing mentally? Okay, man, you're right. Arrow needs to come back and reestablish himself before he justify a rematch with Crawford. There you go. I said JSmiff. So K-Man 44. Look, honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I don't think we're ever gonna see. I think that trade, that sell, as they say. I don't think we're gonna get that rematch. I'm gonna tell you why I don't think we're gonna get that rematch. Think about the last couple of years. While Spence has been retired, Crawford went up to 154 and won a title. And now he's focused on going to Canelo and try to make history. So I don't even see why Terrence Crawford is even gonna play with that idea. I already whooped you. I whooped you for undisputed, moved up one, and then kept moving up and won again. I'm blocking the mic. Who you want to see Arrow fighting? Because I don't see him beating anyone. I'm gonna tell you like this. I want to see Errol Spence fighting. Honestly, I want to see Errol Spence fighting at least one tune-up. At least one tune-up. Fight at least one tune-up with a lower level fighter and then start stepping up. Fam. Let me know, my peoples. Let me know my sound. I know I've been trying to play with the microphone. See if I can make it happen for y'all. Go get the money. You're right. He doesn't like tune-ups, but guess what? He 37 years old, I think. He gonna need a tune-up. That's the thing. Your body changes. 2 years of inactivity, you come back straight for the big guns, you might get knocked out even worse. You might take an even worse beating. So, I don't know the... Nah, I'm not blocking the mic, my peoples, at all. Just having some technical difficulties over here. Trying to find a way to make it sound better. Alright, so let me see. Let me know if y'all can hear me better now. Y'all can hear me better now? There y'all go. Ah, I had it when I moved. Oh, okay, I see it. Hold on. Let me try something. Let me know right there if y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear it now? There, you had it. Keep it moving. Perfect, just like that. Ah, here we go, my peoples. We back in business. Here we go. Oh, shit. No? Gotta figure it out, man. Okay. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check, my peoples. It's bad. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Damn. Nope. Yo, but let me give you the good news at least, man. I already ordered a microphone. So this shit is about to be over real soon. Microphone on the y'all, my peoples. Trying to figure it out for y'all. Give y'all this breakfast. Give y'all this healthy dosage. So, Stabby, how does it feel to go on this live and watch 20 people watching me? While you go live for 0 people. Let me know, Stabby, how does it feel, man? Watching JSmiff on YouTube while nobody watches the sex predator Noel Beato. This gotta be tough, man. Gotta be a tough situation, man. Which, by the way, how does it feel to be crippled? How does it feel to just lay there like a vegetable? My boy Stabby laying in his bed like a vegetable, waiting for the nurse to wipe his ass. Malik K went against his team to fight Bud, and Bud couldn't return the favor. What favor? Who told you there's a favor? There's no favors in boxing. Malik K, don't lie about you being a boxer, man. You never boxed a day in your life. Talking about making stuff up out of nowhere. Giovanni Walker, we all 15 people in here, and you got some cold super trolls. Yo, matter of fact, Stabby, the school, the New York teacher, Noel Beato, sex predator, he might be 5 of them accounts. You never know. So I appreciate the views, sex predator. Christopher Lede, outbox him. My brother, you can't box him. He's a cripple. He's literally crippled like this, laying down, waiting for the nurse to wipe his ass. So no, my peoples, no. We got a stalker in the building. We don't know how many accounts. It's the stalker. But Stabby is real upset because there's 28 people watching this live. He's frustrated, my people. He realized that every time he goes live, one person goes in. And that should be his own brother. He goes live, 2 people go in. That's 2 friends who feel sorry for his ass. So he looking at me like, damn, yo, JSmiff be having 20-something, 30-something people in his live, and I got to go live for 2 hours for my cousin to get in there because they feel sorry for me? That's what you got to deal with, Stabby. That's what you got to deal with, Stabby. You're going to watch Box Center blowing up while you going live for 1 person. My people, look at Stabby right there. He's saying Box Center need a shape-up. My people, Stabby is the sex predator from New York City who abuses students as a teacher and then ran to Pennsylvania to avoid being found. My peoples, this is a true monster. You're going to see Stabby one day on TV, my peoples. And when you see him on TV, you're going to say, wow, that sex predator, I saw him on Box Center trying to be cool, trying to act like he doesn't care. But my peoples, know the truth. You're looking at a real monster. One day you're going to see him on TV, my peoples. Christopher Leden, funny, I'm in Pennsylvania. Well, Christopher Leden, you need to know that is Noel Beato. Do not let him get close to little girls if you're around. He's crippled, but you just never know. Even when he was in Dominican Republic the last time, he was crippled, paying little girls to touch them. So be careful, because if Stabby's around kids, you gotta be careful. You know, the guy went all the way to becoming a teacher in New York City just to abuse kids. Uniel, that was public knowledge. What was public knowledge, Uniel? Put me on that public knowledge. Go get the money. Yup, got boxing training today, JSmiff. Lace up the gloves. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. JJ's in their house. Tell the sex predator to hit the like button. The sex predator already hit the like button. He's Box Center biggest fan. Literally here every morning. That's the biggest fan. He's waiting to see if I'm actually going to get him busted. That's Box Center biggest fan. Look at Stabby right there. So, it's like I told you, my people. He thinks that he cannot be caught because he's hiding out in Pennsylvania, and the little girls that he raped was when he was a teacher in New York. So he's trolling all over social media like, I cannot be found. They'll never find me. But the women that he raped, they're already women in their 20s walking around right now. They're grown women. They're not going to be scared of him no more. They will report his ass. So imagine a sex predator who's crippled going to jail. Stabby, what they gonna do to you over there, man? Woo, I'm scared for you. Christopher Leden, favorite live streamers, favorite streamer. You already know it, Christopher Leden. That's part of the reason why the sex predator is frustrated. He goes live, nobody, you know the type of sex predator, how sick he has to be to go live for an hour with 0 people. Like, I'm looking at that thing and I see 12 people rocking with me. And sometimes they go to 20, 30, 50. If I'm seeing 0 people there, can I really look at the phone, stare at it, and talk for a whole hour? Yo, Noel Beato, sex predator, a.k.a. the vegetable salad. You are weird. You can do anything. If you can do that, you can. Unier, that arrow stayed at 47 just for Bud to be undisputed. You never knew that. That arrow stayed at 47. So, Unier, let's paint it the way that it really is and not the way that you want to paint it because you hate on Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence wanted to become undisputed. Errol Spence could have faced Terrence Crawford 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago. But he chose to save Crawford for last, like Crawford is the last master of a video game. I know why they chose Crawford for last, because they knew Crawford was going to whoop his ass. So they said, no. Let's collect all these titles and let's leave him for last. Because if we lose to him, at least we got the bag putting together these 3 belts. So Errol Spence collected 3 titles. He could not be undisputed without Terrence Crawford. So guess what, O'Neal? They never wanted to fight Terrence Crawford. The only reason why they decided to fight him is because he had the only belt left. Come on, my people. Terrence Crawford had the only belt left. Either you're going to leave the division with 3 belts or you're going to fight me for undisputed. There you have it. There you have it, my people. So basically, Errol Spence fought Terrence Crawford when he was forced into that fight, where there was no other choice. You had to fight him. And when it finally happened, got his ass smoked. So now people are saying, well, Errol should have did him the favor and fought him at 154. He should have did that favor for him. Tell me one example, my people. Just one example. One. Where a champion beat another world champion and he had to rematch him in a different division. While Malik K and other people who don't know shit about boxing and make stuff up out of thin air try to tell you, nah, Terrence Crawford, he should have fought at 154. That's what he agreed to. Tell me one example, my people. That's why you can make stuff up out of thin air all you want. You can do that. That's easy work. But no matter how much stuff you make up out of thin air, you still got to determine what really happened. Crawford won, and Errol didn't rematch him. But if you really believe what people making up out of thin air, look how easy it is to disprove it. Errol Spence hasn't fought in 2 years. Malik K, is that my fault? Is it my hating that Errol Spence hasn't fought in 2 years? What's your answer for that? Why Errol Spence hasn't fought in 2 years? If you thought he was going to fight Crawford at 154, he could have fought Fundora at 154. He had a title shot lined up. The fight was even announced. That's what happened, Malik K, when you're a fanboy. When you're a fanboy, you ignore the facts. Errol Spence had a fight lined up with Fundora that was even announced. They had a fight date and everything. And Errol Spence pulled out, and you're talking about he was going to fight Crawford at 154. Yo, you Al Haymanites is something else, bro, for real. You Al Haymanites take it to another level. O'Neal, and he said it several times, that's not made up. That's the man's words. Bro, what does the man's words got to do with the fact that he lost to a world champion and he didn't rematch the world champion when they were champions? It doesn't make any sense. If only people like Malik K who don't know shit about boxing are gonna try to make an argument that a champion who just won a title here needs to rematch in a different weight class. People who don't know shit about boxing can make that argument. Anybody who have a remote clue understands that if I'm a champion, I defend my title in my division. How I give you a rematch where neither one of us is a champion? Only if you don't know shit about boxing, that's gonna make sense. That's the only way that could possibly make sense. You don't know shit about boxing. And Malik K, you was lying about you boxing. You never boxed a day in your life. Because I asked you, give me your information so I could look you up, and you didn't give it up. So yeah, you lying. Clarence McClain, No Doug Zone Podcast. John Parham, salute. Armor G, Gervonta Davis is the GOAT. I don't know how you came up with that, but cool story. Go get the money. How come Errol got the credit for beating Danny G and Ugas after the car accident? I don't understand. It's like the car accident went away so he could beat Ugas, he could beat Danny Garcia, and then the car accident came back so he could lose to Crawford. I don't know. Maybe that's Malik K's logic. I don't even know. Malik K, new Best Eye Boxing Gym. I'll be here at 1 p.m. Malik K, that doesn't mean shit. What are you talking about? Tell me your box rec. Tell me your boxing experience. Anybody from the street could go into a gym and say, I'll be here. What the fuck does that mean? You just told me the name of a gym. Okay, that don't mean anything. Malik K, tell me what's your boxing experience. Tell me, let me look you up on box rec. Let me see how many wins you got. How many knockouts you got. Let me see that, Malik K. You're talking about a name of a gym. You bluffed the wrong one, family. What you telling me with the name of a gym? Don't you know that anybody could Google the name of a gym and send it and be like, yeah, I'm going to be there. You're going to tell a bunch of strangers that you're going to be at the gym. A bunch of strangers that's all over the world, you're going to tell them you're going to be at the gym. Like we could just going to show up. Malik K, you got to try harder. You got to try harder. You got to try to debate with people who don't know shit about debating. When you debate with somebody who does debate, your bluffs is gonna be called out every single time. Yeah, he over here pump faking talking about, yo, I'm a boxer, bro. I'm a boxer. Let me see your boxing experience. What you got? Oh, nah, this is the name of the gym. I'm at this gym. I'm gonna be there. What is you talking about the name of a gym? What are you talking about? Malik K, you got StreamYard, go live. I got StreamYard, but I can't go live now. I'm already live. But Malik K, tell me what's your resume. Don't tell me that you're going to be at the gym. That don't mean anything. I keep asking you, Malik K, to tell me about your resume, and you keep sidetracking, sidestepping, pump faking. Tell me what you've done in the ring yourself since you're a boxer. Go ahead. Because you don't sound like you've done a lot. That's my take. I could be wrong. Prove me wrong. Call my bluff. My take is that based on what you're saying, you sound like you ain't done a whole lot. I find it hard to believe that you boxed even once. But show me. It's easy for you to show me. With the logic that you're spitting out, stop, bro. Easy to call you bluff. O'Neal, that was a strategic advantage Bud had over Arrow. I don't know what strategic advantage you're talking to. Defending my title in the same division that I wanted in, I don't know what you mean. You see, you know why that don't make sense, O'Neal? Because one day you were saying that Errol Spence is too big and too strong and he's going to beat Crawford. Now after Crawford beat him, that was a strategic advantage for Crawford? Yeah, y'all taking the hate to another level. That's an extreme level of hate. One moment Errol was too big, and the next moment, nah, he just couldn't make weight. That was actually an advantage for Crawford. What? Like, how the hell do you flip the narrative so easily? My man's went from being too big and he's gonna pummel Crawford to nah. That was actually an advantage for Crawford that Errol was big. Come on, bro. O'Neal, it's not that you said that. You know damn well that the narrative the whole time was that Errol was too big, Crawford was too small, Errol was gonna knock him out. You know the narrative. Let's not play like we don't know it, O'Neal. You didn't have to say it. We know what the narrative was. So it went from Errol's too big to now it's an advantage for Crawford? Come on, bro. Armor G, kickboxer versus boxer. in the streets, who win? Nah, that's just gonna depend. You could never say, I know it's nice to say, nah, this martial art, he's gonna beat this martial art and that martial art. But at the end of the day, it's all about who lands the biggest shot and who lands first. That's it. That's it. You know why? Because a street fight, there's no rules. So if you put a kickboxer and a boxer inside of a ring, that's gonna depend. I've seen boxers whoop kickboxers badly, and I've seen kickboxers land one big kick and knock a boxer out. So it can go either way depending on who's gonna land first, depending on the circumstances, depending on the space that they got between them. Because, for example, if you put a kickboxer and a boxer in a dance floor, in a club, and a fight break out, the kickboxer gonna get fucked up by the boxer. If it's a crowd around or everybody running around and we going at it, these punches is gonna land on you. So it just depends the environment, the circumstances. Now, if we're fighting in an open field and you have the kickboxer with open space and the boxer in front of him trying to approach him, then he could be in trouble. He could be in trouble. But in close quarters, that kickboxer could be in trouble. Unier, the advantage I'm speaking about was knowledge of knowing Errol was struggling to make 47 for undisputed. But I don't understand how do we go from Errol is too big and too strong to he's struggling to make weight? That's an oxymoron. You see what I'm saying, O'Neal, is that argument that you're making it now because Crawford beat him and you don't want to give Crawford his flowers. Y'all refuse to just give him his credit and say, yeah, he beat him, he's the best. So you got to have excuses for Errol. But none of that stuff you were saying it before the fight. I guarantee you, and you could try to call my bluff, that you cannot show me a post that you posted on Facebook, on Instagram, anywhere, where before the fight you were saying, yo, Errol's struggling to make weight, man, he's going to lose, he can't make weight. You never said that before the fight. Now Crawford beat his ass, now you're saying he couldn't make weight. Before the fight, he was too big and too strong. After the fight, he couldn't make weight. Come on now. Come on. You got to see what's going on, bro. You got to see what's actually happening versus the narrative that is being played out. This whole narrative about Errol Spence should have got his rematch. Wait a minute, how he should have got his rematch? The guy hasn't fought in 2 years. Do you really believe that he was trying to rematch? Errol Spence hasn't been in the ring in 2 years and got off for a title shot versus Fundora. Do you really believe that he was trying to rematch Crawford or just freeze him out? So instead of being just a fan wanting to make up your own narrative, let me show you. Let me show you, my people. Because I don't make up a narrative. I tell you what it is, how it actually played out. Errol Spence. I'm going to give you the history between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Just the facts. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford were champions at the welterweight division at the same time, right? And the PBC, while somebody in here, while one of the Al Haymanites and PBC fanboys in here said that I'm a PBC hater, I'm going to remind y'all that the PBC, while they had Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, and Danny Garcia as world champions. Oh, no. They had Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, and Sean Porter as world champions. And Terrence Crawford was the WBO champion. Yo, the PBC is so disrespectful that on the night that one of their guys was fighting, they posted the video, they posted the image on TV, the welterweight world champions. Yo, they left out Terrence Crawford, bro. They left out Terrence Crawford. They posted the world champions, and Bud, who was a world champion, they left him out. They try to diminish his title. They try to make him seem like he was a real champion. And if you notice, What did they do with all their champions? They had them unifying with each other, and they left Crawford out. Y'all unified with each other, and they froze him out. So while the Al Haymanites, like Malik K, was saying, yo, Crawford ain't fighting nobody. Crawford ain't fighting nobody. The PBC guys wasn't fighting him. They froze him out and just unified with each other. So watch this. The end of the bullshit had to come. Errol Spence could not become undisputed without going to see the real big fish, without going to see the real boogeyman. And what happened when he went to see the real boogeyman? Took the beating of a lifetime, y'all. The beating of a lifetime. Now what? Now what happens after you take that type of beating and you have Malik K for 3 months telling y'all that Crawford was gonna get knocked out because he's too little. Errol Spence was too big. You know what you get? You get the excuses. You get the car accident. You get the Errol couldn't make weight anymore. You get all the excuses in the world. Meanwhile, right now, Terence Crawford has one of the biggest wins in boxing history. Voila. Frontline, JSmiff, Smith chat, watching the Japan card. Many lost by KO. Vargas just had a draw. Main event coming up. Oh shit, man, I'm actually missing out. Hold on, I'm actually missing out over here. Malik Hay. EJ should have left but stinking and starving and kept bagging for the fight. So Malik Hay, obviously you got something going on in your heart. So the response that you're gonna have to get is this one right here. Boom. That's it. He got that energy. He's pushing too hard. That's what he needs. Juan Ocasio, they kept Errol away from Buck all these years. They kept him away, and eventually Buck caught him, and you see how it went down. See how it went down. Playing games, that's what happened. Juan Ocasio, they kept John Parham, frontline. Some good boxing this morning. Appreciate it, my brother. The Hydro Grind. Mini Pac-Man lost. Damn, bro. That's crazy. And you know what? I've been waiting to see that fight, man. Diablo, Mini Pac-Man got beat up. Crazy. Sinisa Fistrick, greetings from Croatia. Salute. Bam. Clarence McLean, no Duck Zone podcast. Thank God dude was annoyed. Had to get rid of him already, man. You know what it is, Clarence? And you know this because you're on YouTube as well. There's people who think that we so thirsty for a subscriber that they just gonna say whatever they want. We're just gonna let them go on. Like, bro, I'm not that thirsty. I'll block anybody and everybody. John Parham, Malik got packed up. He had to. He needed that. He needed that. Well, Malik will be at the gym at 1. Man, listen, that motherfucker never been at no gym. I don't even want to hear that shit. Only place Malik's seen a gym is on TV. My peoples. I'm about to end this live. Before I do, as always, I want to give a shout out and a salute to everybody who tuned in. Y'all see it, man. Box Center is your favorite boxer's favorite boxing show. Frontline Malik in Alligator Alcatraz right now. I don't know where the hell Malik is at, man, but he's real angry. That I know for sure. My peoples, again, I want to give a shout out, man, to everybody who tuned in, everybody who showed love. I really appreciate y'all, man. This boxing thing, y'all know I love the sport of boxing. I love the sweet science. We could argue, we could go back and forth, but at the end of the day, man, it's all love, man. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And again, man, we're gonna be following up with this whole situation with Tank Davis, with Lamar Roach. Are they gonna fight? Are they not gonna fight? We're gonna be talking about that, my people. Another thing that I want to point out. Another thing that I want to point out. Tonight, I will be live again. We're gonna be talking about this whole situation with Tank Davis. Is he really retired? Is he not retiring? I already told you before I get out of here. I want to make sure I repeat it, my people. As of right now, I do not feel like Tank Davis is retired. I understand that Tim Bradley said some things about that. He shared his opinion. And Rick Glazer said that he has a source that gave him information. But me personally, until Tank Davis don't say I'm done, until somebody from his team, until they uh, cancel the card, formally say this shit is canceled, I'm still holding up hope. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Clarence McLean, no Doug Zone podcast. John Parham, the Bronx, but I know that Jim he's talking about. Boxing International. You packed Malik because he was talking boxing. Well, Boxing International, you getting packed too, Goofy. You see, people don't understand. That's how I be doing it on them. JJ said there, he fighting Jake Paul first, and then he will retire. K-Man, we appreciate you, JSmiff, for this podcast. Thank you. Frontline. That was Frontline. I appreciate it. Y'all see it, my peoples. Ain't nobody packing them up like me. Yo, one love to everybody. Y'all know what it is, man. I be packing them out. But for the people that's in, for the Box Center family, for the people that want to be here, I got mad love for y'all, man. If you got love for Box Center, if you got love for the Box Center family, don't worry, my people. You don't have to worry about that. You ain't getting packed out. Salute, one love. I'm out of here. Yo, Clarence, you know how we do it, my G. I'm out. Peace.